How's it going? I think my audio's working here anyways. All right. Let's see if people are here this time. Whoa, hearing myself. I think my audio's working here anyways. Waiting for Jazzy and all the others. See if we can play tonight. Worst case scenario, we can try out that new game, or we can play some more Elden Ring to see what's going on. Maybe we'll just start some Elden Ring while we wait. Mess around on here until people show up. Alright, let's see if we can learn this guy.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. It's not 1,000 degrees today, so I appreciate that.
Helpful. It's been a mix of like extreme sun and extreme rain here today.
Oh yeah, the other day it was real rainy and windy, and trees got knocked over, and there's branches all over the place, and poles was knocked out. My power was out yesterday. Not a great time. My power was only out for like 15 minutes. My mom, who lives across the street, her power was out for like 4 hours, which RIP to her. She was actually using her air conditioner. I was just using fans, so she was not having a great time.
Brutal. It doesn't get too bad here, but hotter than we're used to, I guess.
It wasn't too bad yesterday, but it's just anything over like 75. She's like, yeah, I gotta turn the air on. I'm not a fan. She has her air conditioner on like 69 all times of the year. So in the wintertime, it's freezing. In the summertime, it's freezing. She don't like it over here because it's hot.
Yeah, I think hot for us is like anything in the 30s, which is what for you? 30.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think that's like 70 something, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my
Yeah, it'd be like 86.
86. Okay, well 86 is a little warm. AC on 69 is crazy. She said she will use every drop of her money for the air conditioner. She doesn't care. It's gonna be on. And if you adjust it 1 degree, she can feel it in the air like a predator or something. It's absurd. I'll be over there with house shoes and a blanket on, and she'll come in from work and she'll just start laughing at me. It was like, it's not funny. It's freezing in here. I can't stand it.
Yeah, my wife's usually got the heat going and stuff, but we've had the AC going, so I've actually been pretty comfortable lately, but oh my gosh, I'm trying to fight a boss right now in Elden Ring, and it's a new one, and it's kicking my butt pretty good. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll let you wrap that up. Looks like everybody
Cool, I'm
that's
gonna
supposed
hang
to
out.
be in the Thursday game is here.
Sweet.
Natalie said she would come today because she was doing something that involved her being in a hotel with bad internet on Tuesday, so she didn't want to come that day.
Gotcha.
Fair and valid. So she should appear at some point, probably. But we can start doing recaps, stuff, and things while we wait for her to. Hopefully, she's not caught in Napland again. That seems to be what catches people. Oh. So, how was your trip?
Oh, it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I came home tired and darker.
Tired and darker is crazy.
Yeah, I forgot if I'm in the sun too long. You know, that still happens.
Yeah. I am really good at tanning, which is a useless skill set for me because I'm brown all year round, and I don't particularly need to be good at tanning.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
I already have a tan line on my foot from my slides, and that's not really a good look. Slide marks aren't really cute.
Yeah, I had like I guess I had a tan line just like where all my shorts that I was wearing. They were all about the same length, so just my legs got cooked. So that was fun.
You gotta post some pictures in the Discord and show us what you saw.
Oh yeah, you know, let me let me look because I was like, I'm not. I know I'm not gonna be taking pictures, but I know my cousins and potentially my brothers were. So we just made a nice little shared album, and they dumped a whole bunch of stuff in there. So
That's how my sister was when we went on vacation. She just said, "Just send me the photos so I can pretend like I took them." I was like, "Okay."
I took a few. I took a few, but I was mostly concerned with just doing things and eating.
You know what? That's valid. How was the food?
Oh, food was great. Um, really, they had a lot of different restaurants and stuff like that. Um, so we were just kind of jumping around from place to place, but a lot of good food, a lot of strong drinks. Um, I think there's only one place we went to and we were just like, this ain't it. Other than that, everything else was good. It's nice that they take the U.S. dollar straight up, so that
Oh,
helps.
so no conversion or anything. You know exactly how much you spent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there is still like the Aruban, whatever it's called. I guess the Aruban dollar, but they also everything was like, priced for U.S. dollar or the Aruban wage. So that was dope.
That's cool. That's cool. Oh, for those of you that weren't here last game, I do have subtitles enabled now, so that's cool. They're like 75% accurate.
Okay.
Um, could be better, could be worse. But it's a nice option to have. I was looking through the old videos, and the first two, the audio was real wacky. So I was like, let me go cop some subtitles so you can at least pretend to know what's going on. 'Cause I really could not hear for real. I don't know what happened. I didn't change anything, but the rest of the games, the audio was fine. So I guess those days it was just like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Is what it is.
Okay, so I think we can go ahead and get started with the recap stuff. I see Natalie lurking in the Twitch, so she should be here shortly, I imagine, because she's online. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, I mean, we step over. All right. So, well, actually, and for everybody, just would do a quick introduction of your character, just so everybody knows who you are playing, and then we'll do recaps.
Okay, I can go
Ah,
first. Um, Hello, whoever joined. I play Soraya. She is a human cleric of a god that I actually have not even thought about. We'll figure that out. Yeah, she's cool. She's badass, and you know, don't fuck with her.
I'm playing Vitanus. I am a sorcerer and often find my head in a book, and my character's been obsessing over this chunk of staff I found last time I was here and got so sidetracked I didn't join you on your last adventure.
I'll fight at once to see who goes next.
What are
Yeah.
we doing? I'm sorry, I just got here.
Just quick intro of your
Saying our
character, I
characters.
guess. Yeah.
Right.
But
My character is. My character is Yingwei. She's just, she vibing. She's a little elf. An elf druid, and yeah.
okay.
And I know Day Knight's muted. I think he puts his kids to bed around this time, doesn't he?
Sure. I know. You might be thinking of Fate. I don't know what day does at this time.
Mysterious man, cloaked in mystery.
Bum bum bum.
Well, you can do it when he gets back if he is doing something. So what does everybody remember from the last game in which you were together? And then story if you want to share what you did last game.
Sure.
You can do that also. Just so you know. Unless you want to keep it a secret, it's up to you.
Last game I played, we were in the forest that was trying to murder us. We died. We came back, and we fought a mini lich, and that is what I remember.
Brutal.
Very much was
It was just a little one, nothing crazy.
hitting me
A
with
little one that it took us
4d10.
forever to kill.
It's only because they kept missing his shots. If he had got him sooner, it would have been dead faster. You know, normal stuff. Okay. And so then, did story if you want to share what you did last game, you can do that now. Otherwise, we'll
Yeah.
just go ahead and
I guess. Well, we'll just to preface up. I'll probably just catch you guys up as we reconvene or whatever. But
Well, you
I
can
essentially,
catch up in
yeah. I essentially, my character tried to figure out as much information I could as about the rod of that staff I found. I ended up traveling back to the town with the well and asking some people about it, and found out kind of its origin of it. There was like a loud bang, and then they found it in a farm. And then I followed some other details of like this kind of like crazy wannabe witch lady, who wasn't actually a witch, who mentioned lights in the woods, and I followed the lights in the woods and found a scroll and had to fight like an imp. Can't remember what the exact name of it was, but it's kind of like a dusty imp. And then I headed back.
Ashy imp. That's what we're just gonna call it from now on. It was an ashy imp.
Yeah,
That's funny.
That's crazy.
forgot to moisturize.
Okay, so it has been a few days since your last mission. Some it's been a longer than that, unless you went on miscellaneous tasks that are unknown to the group at large, which you can if you want to choose to say that's what you did. That's a totally valid option. Otherwise, you were just chilling around the guild hall in all this time. So just for clarification, when you're not outside exploring, doing missions and what have you, do any of you continue to look around the guild hall, or do you just kind of go to the same places all the time?
I feel like my character would definitely explore to some extent.
Okay. Anybody else?
I feel like Soraya would, at some point, just walk around just to walk around.
Okay.
She's not studious or anything like that, so she doesn't need to pass the time somehow, some way. Can't train forever.
True.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, Day. Can you just introduce your character real quick so people know who you're playing, and then we're just doing the recap stuff.
Okay. I am Trade Prince Donovan. I am a Warlock Satyr. I have golden eyes, golden hair. I am an archaeologist and lover of artifacts.
Straight, simple, and to the point. All right, cool. When Donovan is not chilling in his hot tub, does he explore the guild hall at all?
Sure, he's munching some stuff right now in the cafeteria.
Okay. It's just funny how everybody's just like, yeah, I'm eating or whatever. That's basically all anybody does, seems like.
He's just like me in real life. I'm
Me.
just trying to eat.
All right. Okay, so for those of you that do choose to explore the guild hall in your free time, you'll have discovered that in the course of your adventures, some new rooms have been unlocked. So in addition to the fantastical ballroom that opened up after your first mission, two other rooms have opened up. One room appears to be a grand library where you can feel the very essence of magic crackling in the air. The books go from floor to ceiling, and it is much, much more expansive than the miniaturized library that you may have encountered if you felt like you needed to research anything or look up any sort of archives. And you suspect that this library was just a makeshift library due to the fact that this one was inaccessible for the time being. The second room is a barren room that appears to be some kind of room for alchemy of sorts, as there are all kinds of shelves and sigils inscribed in the floors and walls, and an inlaid cauldron of sorts where it looks like things can be boiled and brewed. Does anybody take a particular interest in these rooms?
Definitely the library.
Yeah, I'd say my character be in the library too.
For sure, for sure. Is it
Can I
okay.
like discern if are these rooms locked because there's something being done to them, or are they being unlocked because we're unlocking them, I guess? Like through some type of progress or something.
You suspect that the rooms are correlated to the amount of people that have appeared at the guild hall and started doing missions and the sort, because previously, because if you ask one of the people at the desk, they will have told you that these rooms used to be accessible, and then once everybody in the guild hall sort of vanished, the doors locked and nobody was able to get in no matter what they did. And so now, as time passes, the doors are just unlocking by themselves. They're not sure exactly what's causing the doors to unlock, but they feel it is related to the progress of the guild hall being restored back to its former glory as such.
Copy.
For the people that are looking into the library, are you just kind of just doing general library reading, or are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just looking through all the books and seeing what's interesting.
Okay. Just roll me a generic perception. I'll tell you what you found.
Oh wait, I'm not in the thing yet, but I rolled a 21. Woo!
Okay, just because I think it's funny and it won't mean anything to you right at this moment, I will tell you that as you explore the library, you find a book of magical goat cheese.
Magical goat cheese, nice.
There is another assortment of sort of magical cooking books, but this one catches your attention specifically because it's so kind of random to you. Like magical goat cheese. Why is it magic? Why goat cheese? Why cheese?
Is it the goats that are magical?
Uh,
I'm just joking, but
oh, not you. My computer suddenly did a weird. I have like a night mode thing, and it suddenly turned off, so it got really bright, and I was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" I was like staring at the sun. Anyway,
while she's looking through that stuff, I definitely be trying to continue my search along the means of the staff, as well as something maybe that would help me decode the scroll I found. And then if I had time, I'd be curious if I could identify the creature I fought. Just for like my character, like not knowing the name obviously, but
yeah, you. Okay, so which one do you want to do first?
I'll start with the scroll because I feel like that might be the easiest to find a language that matches.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Come on. 11.
So you kind of have a basis for this scroll language, so you know what it's similar to. So you feel like that gives you a better grasp as you search to see if you can find the exact language to help you decode what exactly the scroll is saying, because you have kind of a gist, but there's so many variables that's just not specific enough. So you're hoping to find something more.
Yeah, I think you said it was like, I know it's conjuring / summoning related, but I couldn't quite translate the language. If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. I don't know if everybody else can. Because I can see she's talking on Twitch, but I don't see the audio in Discord. Yeah.
Cut out for a second. So if you said something in the past 10 seconds, I did
No, I was just literally just saying I can see your like avatar talking, but I didn't hear any words coming out. So.
Okay, that's probably because my Discord was freaking out. What was the last thing you heard me say?
I had just said that, like, what I knew about the scroll, and then I didn't hear anything you said after that.
Okay, so what I said was, as you are trying to look to find the matching language for the scroll, you just find more similar languages.
Sure.
Think how like Latin is the root of Spanish and French and Italian, so you just find stuff like that, similar but not quite the same.
Would any of those be, I guess, a language I can understand and discern it? Or I guess my character, like whether or not I can exhaust this or if I need somebody to actually identify it or can read it, I guess.
So are you asking, did the languages you find help you translate it a little bit closer, or
yeah,
the language is a language you know?
That would help me get it. Like it's close enough to a language I know that I could break it down, kind of a thing.
Are we reading it?
What languages do you know?
On my character, I know Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Oh, Deep Speech. Okay. And then, Day, sorry, what were you asking? Are we reading?
Are we reading something? Because I can essentially read anything.
Yeah, I could run it by him if that's the case. If he's
yeah. So, well, you can explain it in character. I won't say anything. But yeah, we're trying to read something.
And that was Donovan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess as I'm going through the books and it's not quite working, I would essentially say, re-explain that this is the scroll I found. I've been trying to identify it, and I currently can't read it, and I'll just kind of roll it out and see, can you make any sense of this?
Me holding my cup of coffee while reading D&D Nasdaq, right? Seeing how the stocks are moving. I'll certainly help you. Let me get a glance at that scroll. I peer into it. Now I need you to tell me what it says.
Okay, so you read the scroll with your magic eyes, or whatever you want to call it, and this scroll is well, it's not a magic scroll in itself, as in you can use the scroll to do magic, but it has the instructions to do a spell on it. And the spell is a summoning spell to summon something by the name of the unknown. You don't know what that is or who that is, but this is the spell to summon it.
Also, I just realized I'm an idiot. I thought I didn't take comprehend languages at level 1, but I totally did. So I could have made this a lot easier for myself, but
Well, teammate makes the dream
it's a
work.
slip. Yeah.
Well, at least this is
I was
free.
too excited about the library.
I just wanted to test it out. It's fine.
At least you don't have to waste a spell slot.
Mm.
Read it for free. Oh, my boy. Looks like you're trying to summon something here. Something by the name of the unknown. Whatever that means. Here you go.
Sounds bad, but we'll see.
Could be fun. You want to do it right now?
Maybe not in the guild hall.
Ah, okay. Reasonable. My coffee might spill.
Does it require any weird materials or anything, or is it just a matter of like carving out some chalk lines or something?
There are some instructions on there, and there are some components that it is requiring. One of the components is called the Prism of the Unknown, which once again doesn't mean anything to you. Another of the components is the Bearer of the Unknown, and then the Potion of the Unknown.
Yeah, my friend, you need a lot of shit for this.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it. The real question is why was it buried in the woods?
Time to investigate.
Okay, so you wanted to look up some other things while you were in the library. I believe it was the staff, and then
Yeah.
you had time. What was the third thing? The creature you fought.
Yeah, like the creature we fought. Like I imagine I could identify some monsters or something, but I'm more focused on the staff.
Okay, yeah. So give me another investigation check.
Hopefully better than last time. These saves. Supposed to be my forte.
Yeah, so usually
I got one better than last time.
the higher your bonuses, the lower your actual roll is. Roll 20 is kind of a hoe.
Yeah, so it's 12.
So you try to see if you can find any information on this staff, and you
I did find
find
the other half in case. If we still remember that.
And I just kind of stop what I'm doing and I'm like, what?
Yeah, right
You-
here.
Do you mind? And I'll put my hand out for, I'm assuming is like the top piece of it, whether it's like an orb or whatever it is, and I'll put my hand out and see if he'll hand it to me, and then I'll attempt to attach it.
And I hold out the other hand.
so
Must be
you're both
foreign.
just holding out hands. Is that what's happening?
No, I'll hold it and Put it on the rod and see what happens.
Well, I wasn't sure if he was handing it to you or because
Or
it
if
said
he-
I had
yeah.
my hand out too, and I was like, wait.
Yeah. Are you handing it to me, or are you asking me to give you the other half?
No, they're just holding hands in the library.
Yeah. One hand holding, one with the other piece of the staff in it.
I don't tend to give relics away. If you want this one, you gotta give me coin.
A crisp high five.
For the sake of investigation, I'll hand it over to him.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll roll investigation for us instead.
Okay, so Donovan, you now have 2 halves of a staff in your hand. What do you do?
All right, I'm gonna investigate for him.
Okay. So you're gonna look around the library to see if you can find information on the staff, or you're investigating the staff itself.
I'm investigating the staff itself first.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an investigation then.
Yep, that's sick. That's wood.
You're like, actually, it's a combination of metals. So, but you know, with that 5, you might think it's wood.
Yep, this is wood. This right here, my friend. Grade A wood. Redwood.
I'll question his ability to discern the staff, knowing that it's made out of metal.
Getting sniped by Automod. Hello? Oh, brother.
Oh, my friend. All right. If anybody's gonna know what kind of materials this is,
It was
it's gonna
thought
be the
Automod didn't like that.
All right, give me those books that you have there. I'll show you what this staff is all about. Give it. Hand it here.
Nobody is dancing right now. Donovan is currently incorrectly identifying the material of this staff.
This is strictly adamantine wood. All right. The hardest of redwood.
Adamantine wood is crazy.
But yeah, I'll just let him know that I don't actually have any information directly about the staff or anything like that. But
so we must investigate the library. Come, my friend. We'll do it together. I'll give him the help action if he could give me the help action.
Okay.
In investigation.
So, he's helping you investigate. Although after he said that this staff was made of wood, you're not sure how helpful that will be. But go ahead and roll another investigation to see if that one's higher.
sure. Was a 16 for half a second. It's a 12. It would have been almost a 20, but
Sorry, that's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Don't mind me just sitting here reading my book about magical goat cheese.
Yeah, while you guys are trying to investigate this staff, she's just perusing this cheese book, occasionally glancing over at you, wondering why Donovan is talking about adamantine wood, because that's definitely not a thing. Yeah, so
the hardest of wood.
So you take another glance at the staff after you give this sort of impassioned speech about adamantine wood, and you're like, okay, well, actually, this seems to be a combination of metallic alloys, the blend of which is especially conductive to summoning magics and containment spells. Who said use the power of your mind to be the staff?
So that's what we know. Okay.
interesting.
And also you gain the ability to put the staff together, although that wasn't really that challenging. But you can do that too. So it is no longer 2 pieces of staff, but 1 piece of staff.
We found the one piece.
And you will note that one of the ends of the staff does appear to still be missing something.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm not sure if we picked it up or not. That's the one part I don't remember.
If we picked up what?
The
Another
the missing
piece of
headpiece.
staff.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
I know we got the other staff, like the other part. That's all. I can't remember if we got the. I think it was the head of the staff.
You have not collected anything that you would think was connected to the staff, as far as the headpiece.
All right. Looks like we're still missing something. Let's find the missing piece of the puzzle.
Sounds good.
Okay. Did you want to look up your creature?
Yeah, sure.
I'll help him investigate this creature if he tells me like the details, etc. Like, oh, this creature always look like this, etc. I'll give him the help action. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So roll investigation with advantage. I learned recently that if you hit shift while you roll, it will roll it with advantage. So that's cute.
Okay. So, sorry, what am I rolling? I'm rolling investigation again?
Yes.
With advantage.
Oh, I see that. You'll hold shift and it gives a little plus.
And if you
Gotcha.
hold Alt, it does with
Ah.
disadvantage.
20.
Is it Alt?
I don't
no,
know.
It's control.
I
It's control. Not control.
haven't tried that yet. But
Control does what?
I'm assuming it gives you a little minus sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. Oh, wait.
Well-
1 second. Oh, no, it did. It just didn't when I was looking at it the first time.
It was shy. So you rolled a 20 on your investigation. So you find a book of magical creatures in this library, and you flip through it trying to find the thing that you encountered in the woods. And you land on a page with a picture, and you show it to your companion as you read over it and go, "This was it. It was an earth method, or a couple of them." And what you discover is that some of the earth methods, or methods in general, as there are various elements, have the ability to summon additional methods. So luckily, the ones you encountered either did not get the chance or did not have the ability to call for backup.
Gotcha. That would be the blowing it up part. The death burst, I think it was.
The death burst is just a thing that they do when they die, regardless of
Yeah.
summoning ability. But that's also not fun. At least not for you. Well, it's probably not fun for them either, because they're also dead when it happens. So it's a bad time for everybody involved. Okay. Did anybody want to do anything else with this library?
Oh,
Okay.
goat
I'll
cheese
look
and
up how
magic.
much
I like it.
gold is up in stock right now.
How much gold is in stock right now?
No. How much gold is worth in the stock market?
Well, considering gold is the prevalent money in this universe, it's pretty pretty good.
It's at 1 gold.
One gold. One gold. Amazing.
Oh, also additionally, your companions that you entered this guild hall with, if you at any point encountered them as you went by in the hallway or had lunch in the cafeteria or what have you, would have informed you that Milo, the water genasi that has given you a couple of missions, has some money for you at the desk when you get the chance.
Awesome.
I will beeline to the desk.
Quick question about the room that looked like it was for alchemy. You said it was
It's-
barren. It just has like the stuff for alchemy, but it's not like
yeah, like there's
purposed
no
yet.
supplies in
Okay.
there at the moment.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go to get the gold or the money as well.
Okay. So does Ying follow, or is she still reading cheese books?
I'll follow the rest of them.
Okay.
He seems like a cheese gal.
So you all make your way to the desk and search for the sometimes elusive Milo to collect the promised money. And he is actually out and about for once, because often when you're looking for him, he's in the back room and has to be fetched. But he's actually there when you show up, and he looks excited to see you. He greets you cheerily as you make your way up to the desk, and Agatha looks mildly annoyed at how loud he's being so close to her and kind of scoots her chair over and continues her paperwork in the corner of the desk. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. I see your companions delivered my message. I finally got your funds for the missions that you've been doing, and I wanted to give you your share. Sorry it took so long. I'm sure you could have used it previously, but better late than never, right? And he will hand you each a little pouch with 75 gold in it.
Oh my god, I'm rich.
Awesome. So add 75 gold. Cow. Cool.
And so, as a reminder, there is a town about 30 minutes away in which you could buy miscellaneous items that you cannot get in stock here at the guild hall. So if you wanted somewhere to spend your money, that is a place. Or you can wait till you get to wherever you do your next mission, assuming they have a store. Up to you, just letting you know. Okay, so you now have your money. What do you do after that?
We haven't been given any tasks or anything, right? We just research
Uh,
anything.
you haven't been given any task. You can ask for one if you want.
Well, with all the research that they did we end up kind of with any leads as to a direction, or just we just did some research and learned a bit?
From the research that your companions did, you learned that this spell is a summoning spell for something called the Unknown, and it has the components: the Prism of the Unknown, the
I'm not the unknown. Yeah.
Ember, yeah.
and you also learned that the staff is good for both summoning and containing things, but it's still missing a piece. You don't have a lead as to where to find these things, but you do know where your companion found the spell, and also, the places that you found the pieces of the staff.
Just a question about the staff itself. What is the section of the top of it? Is it like an orb? Is it a prism? Or like what specifically is it?
So the section that seems to be missing at the top of the staff looks like, you would guess based on the kind of indentations at the top, because whatever is missing doesn't go directly on the top. It's like slightly off center from the top. So you would assume, based on how staffs usually are built, that this is the thing that holds like an orb or something.
I
And if
just
that is makes sense. I can like pull up a picture.
No, I get it. I'm just find it interesting that the spell also requires 3 components, and the staff seems like it requires 3, but I think I'm just maybe connecting a coincidence. But yeah, it's all good. Has anybody in this group been to the town that's near us? Not the one we saved, but the one that seems to have some magical shops and stuff in it.
I do not recall me personally getting.
We went to another town, but I don't think that was the magical town. Probably because I didn't have any money.
So I guess maybe with full pockets and some questions, is that something we think we want to do, or do we want to see if they have a job for us?
How far away was the town? You said it was like
30 minutes.
30 minutes. All right, copy. I say we pick up a quest and then we can make that a stop on our way out,
Yeah.
because that would probably make it easiest.
Okay. So do you ask Milo for another quest?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. Yeah, so you request another job from Milo, and he looks very excited that you are making such a request. He digs into his jacket and pulls out another one of his little mission cards and hands it to you. All right, so this one is especially interesting to me because it involves going to a town about 3 hours or so from here, and there have been a lot of there have been a lot of stories of people claiming that their dead loved ones are in this town. Now, I'm not quite sure how they came to be there in the first place. As far as I was aware, this is a perfectly normal uh gnome village, but I guess it just spread around that this is the place to be if you were trying to see your loved ones again. Um, yeah, so we just wanted somebody to investigate and figure out if somebody is just making an illusion or if there's really just like an influx of ghosts or something. It could be a bit of an issue. Ghosts are somewhat dangerous, so we wouldn't really want a bunch of those loitering around.
Well, if it's anything to do with the undead, I'm there.
I'm glad to hear it. I wish you good luck. And oh, just an update in case you weren't aware. We did get a handful of horses in stock. So if you'd like to borrow one to make your journey faster, we do have those available now. So that's exciting.
Absolutely.
Keyword with borrow there, so not having to rent them is helpful.
Yeah,
Oh.
borrow. I like that.
And we do have some supplies for them, just in case you get to where you're going and like the land is barren or something. We don't want the horses to starve.
You give us everything that we need and we'll make it happen.
Excellent. He'll direct you to the little area with all the horses and the horse supplies. And so you are able to get presumably 4 horses, unless somebody wants to share for whatever reason.
No sharing over here. Sorry, y'all.
I'm a great backseat. And then I'll go over and grab a horse.
And
How far of a
so in-
travel was it? Did they mention how long of a journey this would be?
Yeah, it's like 3 hours. But that's like on foot
Okay.
speed, so it will be less time on horse.
I'll
And
give
then
it one.
so in the last game, the players named their horses. So if you want to do that, you feel free.
I'm gonna think long and hard about this name.
So the names of the other horses were one was the Latin word for skull, which I can't remember right now, and then Princess, what was your horse's name? Because I forgot.
Expect something wild.
Um, but yeah, so if it helps, I can give you a cute little description of your associated horses.
Sure.
Okay, so going from top to bottom here, starting with Day. Day, you have an all white horse, white hair, white body. The only thing that's not white are the horse's hooves, which is normal. But I just thought I'd specify.
I got a colonizer horse. All right.
A colonizer horse is ludicrous. Um,
Colonizer horse in the wild.
it is a
Name it
female
colonizer.
horse.
That makes sense, I guess.
Or the colonel.
Um, Natalie, you have the opposite. You have an all black horse, and this includes the hooves because that's just kind of how hooves work. Your horse is also a female horse. Story, you have a tan horse with white splotches. Think like vitiligo style. You
Cool.
also have a female horse. All right, sure.
All ladies in the house.
Zoe, you have a brown horse. It's like light brown, not tan, but a different shade of brown.
All right.
But with dark brown spots like freckles. This is also, I'm doing this random, and they're all female. This is fine. That your horse is also female.
That's fine.
So out of 6 horses in this game, there's one male horse. I get he's a little lonely.
He's got choices.
Yeah, he's not lonely.
He's got his options.
I'm gonna let that horse know right now that Patty is off limits.
Patty.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Patty. That's what we're gonna call her.
I'm gonna go with Spirit.
Okay, solid choice. Solid choice.
Seraphine.
Okay.
Oh, I'm still thinking. Come back to me later.
Okay. All right. So you all take your horses to that nearby town to see if there's anything that catches your eye.
Absolutely, yeah. Gonna go shopping. Let's do it.
All right. So you head to that nearby town that you've been directed to as far as your miscellaneous shopping needs, and you find a mid-sized town. It's fairly bustling. It's not gigantic or anything, but it has most of the mainstays that you can think of. You know, it has a tavern, there's an inn, there's a magic shop, there's a bookshop, there's a potion shop. Basically, it has everything you need. If you wanted any especially rare, high quality magic items or something of that sort, you probably wouldn't find it here unless you just got lucky. But it has the mainstays, and it might have like a +1 item or something from time to time, depending on the type.
Sure.
Male horses, fake news. So, is there any store in particular that you are looking to find?
Think I'd go to a magic store. It's less about buying items and more about asking if the unknown means anything to them.
Sure. So you can go ahead and head to a magic store. Is anybody else going to the same store, or people want to go somewhere else?
I'll go to the magic store just to see what they have, and worst come to worst, I'll probably just go to the potion shop if I don't get anything here.
Okay. Is there anybody? Oh, go ahead.
I think I'll just be wandering around looking to see what's around.
Okay. Just wandering around, window shopping.
I'll just
They,
follow.
you just follow. Okay. Okay. So
I'm trying to save my money.
sure. So you head over to the magic shop to see if there's anybody that you can speak with that might know anything about this unknown thing that you've recently discovered. You head to the shop, and there you will find uh, a friendly looking dwarven man who's cleaning some items that you presume to be magical, as you are in a magic shop. And he greets you cheerily as you enter the front door. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
Go ahead.
Oh, you got it. So, Sarai will just approach. Well, I'm just looking to make a quick purchase, see what you have for sale. I know he over there is looking for some information.
I'll just say customers first, and then I'll bug them after with the information.
Sure. Are you looking for anything in particular? I have lots of different things, and if there's nothing here that catches your fancy, I do have the skills to add
Pay the
magic
bill.
to items you already have to some extent for a price. Just let me know.
As far as anything in particular, not really. Um, but anything that you have that might interest a cleric
A cleric?
just to
Okay.
make your browsing a little bit easier.
He kind of strokes his beard in thought.
As long as that's the only thing he's stroking, right?
Oh,
Do you do you have a budget?
I've got 90 gold.
I can work with that. Uh, hmm.
And if it's a little over budget, let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you, kind.
Uh, how do you feel about jewelry?
I do like jewelry. Like it a lot.
I
Sometimes
do
gets in
have.
the way.
Sometimes it's no way. I do have an assortment of magical amulets that might give you a bit of a boost.
What do you have for me?
I have. It's not open the way I want it to, so I gotta give it a second. I have this lovely clockwork amulet here, and he picks something up from under the counter and holds it to you. And to you, it appears to be a chain with a circular bit at the bottom that kind of looks like an eye. So the fact that it's called a clockwork amulet is somewhat mystifying to you, but he says that's what it's called.
Clockwork amulet.
This here will help you attack your enemies, almost guaranteed, depending on how tough they are.
I like that. I like that. I like that. And how much would you charge for this clockwork amulet?
Well, let me see. Normally, I would charge about 30 gold for such an item, but I like the look of you, so I'll give you a discount, half off,
Half.
15.
Can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Sure.
Discount sus.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Yeah, so you're just trying to kind of determine if this is really a discount in the first place.
Or if there's like ulterior motives here, but yeah, mostly just to see like what the deal is. If it's just barter talk, I guess.
Yeah, so you're gonna study this man to see if you can kind of parse how honest he's being as far as the price of this item. And to you, you think he's being genuine. You don't think this is one of those scam prices. And in fact, you think that he might be underselling it a little bit, but he did say it was a discount. So
Okay.
15 gold. That is one heck of a deal. I'd be a fool to pass something like that up. You're not pulling my leg now, are you?
I don't know. You feel free to test it out. Well, not on me. I'd rather not get hit. But and if it doesn't work, you can return it. I'll be here all day.
I'll take you up on your offer.
So you exchange the gold, and he hands you this amulet. If you hold it up, you will hear the sound of mechanical whirring and ticking coming from inside of it.
All right.
And then the specific way this works is when you make an attack roll while wearing this amulet, you can forego rolling a d20 and get an automatic pen. Once used, this property can't be used again until the next dawn.
Okay, so it's gonna be a free 10 plus. I would assume my
Check bonus or whatever.
yeah,
Whatever
bonus.
stats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's dope. I'll take it.
Alright.
I don't need to attune to it, do I?
It does not say anything about attunement, unless I just can't read. But I don't see it. Usually it's
Hold on, let me
at the
add
top.
that. Let's add. But man, hey, I got an amulet. All right, I appreciate your business acumen. You got a great eye there.
Well, thank you. I've been at this for a while. So I appreciate your say so.
And that'll just be it for me for now.
All right, excellent. And so you had some questions. He directs this to the other person standing in his store. Or I don't know if everybody followed, but the one who's asking the questions at any rate. And I know you guys were just kind of wondering, whatever. Story?
Sorry, completely zoned out there for a sec. I was reading a message. Yeah, no, like if everybody's done shopping and stuff, or at least with this guy, I definitely ask him if he's heard anything about something called the entity or any items involving that name. Or the unknown, sorry, the unknown.
Yeah. I was like, the unknown. It's literally called the unknown? It's not very descriptive, is it?
Definitely.
Sounds ominous, if anything.
Yeah, it leads me to believe, but I've just been hearing rumblings in my search, and I'm curious.
Well, I can't say that I have, but it's possible my mentor might have heard something about it. If you're real invested in getting an answer, I could send them a message, but it might take a bit to get a response. By the end of the day, at the latest.
Yeah, if it's no trouble, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I just need.
I was half expecting you to say some motivation.
I just need some motivation.
Yeah, like hands out his hand for a gold or something.
Yeah, I just need the components for this sending spell, and I can do that no problem. So, since this is essentially me doing you a favor, if you could just supply that for me, I can do that right away.
What do you need?
So, the components for a sending spell is just a short piece of copper wire. So, if you can either get him some copper wire, or you can just like give him the price of copper wire.
I'll just buy some, so if I were to select that spell, I would have the component for it.
Sure.
So if that's something I'm able to get either here, or if I have to go to another store or something, go around that, if there's an artificer or something like that around.
Yeah, you could easily find copper wire around. 1 pound of copper is 5 silver. So if you want less than that, you can. But that's like the
Oh, yeah.
baseline.
Yeah, if that's what it comes as, yeah, I'll grab it. Sorry, it was 5 silver?
Yes.
Okay. I have subtracted 5 silver.
All right. So you give him the copper, and he will get a piece of paper and a quill and go, okay, so tell me exactly what it is that you're looking for. And something about the unknown.
Does he have a word limit? But I think that's sending, right? Or message, maybe? But I'll say I've heard looking for information about a person or creature called the unknown, and maybe I'll just confer with the other people. Do we want to just call out all the names of these objects, or just say like, or any objects associated with the unknown? I think I'll just go with that. Yeah, just a person, a creature, or objects related to something called the unknown.
All right. Sounds good. Well, it doesn't sound good, but you know, the message sounds good. So I will send that to her, and if you just want to stop by here before closing at sunset, unless you're otherwise disposed. Otherwise, the message should be here for you tomorrow.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
I'll leave him some of the copper wire. Like, I'm assuming he only needs like a small piece of it, so I'll give him like a reasonable length of it, and then I'll head out the group.
All right. So, is there any other places anybody wanted to go, or are you good to set off? Because I know some people were just kind of like wandering, looking at stuff, saving their money.
Saving my money.
Okay, so if nobody else is going to any of the stores, you can just make your way to your destination. So this is only going to be about an hour and a half with your horses at a solid clip. You can cut the time shorter if you push them, but I don't know if there's any particular reason you would feel the need to do so.
No. We're gonna treat Patty as well as possible.
So on your way to this location, what does the group talk about?
I think I would fill Vitanis in on basically the last adventure. Kind of describing the mini lich that we fought and everything. Um, Especially because we've dealt with a couple of these quests now, kind of dealing with imagery of death, or things kind of surrounding death. So at least to Soraya, they would be kind of linked, even if it's just, hey, you're dying in this forest, but not really dying. Now people are seeing their deceased loved ones. There's something going on here, and so she would probably just try to fill him in on that.
Yeah, and I'd kind of agree with your theory, I guess. It definitely seems like if there's this undead here, there's also just so much like different ritual and casting, like conjuring, that seems to be happening here. So I don't know if we're dealing with like a larger threat, obviously, in terms of like a powerful sorcerer, or how these artifacts are getting spread out from them, but curious if it's linked to the disappearance of people as well from the guild hall.
Okay. Does anybody else have any input on these thoughts?
I have no input.
Nope. No input here either.
It's like I'm just out here. Okay, yeah. So you have these thoughts and theories as your horses plod along the path to your destination, and you find yourselves arriving in a cute little town that I'm gonna transfer you all to. The map is so long because now it's just so much dead white space. It's kind of annoying. But you arrive to this cute little mushroom village, and the town looks well attended to. It looks like it should be well lived in. But as you enter, you don't see or hear the general hustle and bustle that you expect of a bustling town. Even small towns have people out and about, doing general tending to whatever, but you don't see anyone. And it's not that late in the day, because as usual, you left the guild hall at around lunchtime, and so it's only been a few hours since then, so it's still fairly early. So you would expect people to be around. Also, if you want to pull your tokens on the map here,
Oh yeah, we
because
gotta
now we can have references to areas and that fun. It's like here at the bottom as you enter the village. You can actually see that on the screen.
Hey,
Are we gonna hang out with the Smurfs?
This
it's looking
is
like?
a gnome village, so it's not that small. So these are like pretty big mushrooms, retrospectively, but you know, still a little cramped for your liking. Okay, let me fix my age so that it actually shows the stuff it's supposed to be shown. Okay, I don't know what this for is.
Just step away for a sec. Be right back.
Okay. There we go. I don't know why it's not showing all the pages in the tab. It's showing them. A little weird. Here we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna make it so you can actually see. That'll suffice for right now. Um. These grid lines on the map are from the thing. They're not lining up. No, that's right. Okay. Just checking, making sure everything's lined up correctly. Okay, anyway. All right, so you enter this village and it's strangely quiet and empty. What does everybody do?
Um,
Now to investigate.
I'm gonna just start yelling, "Hello!"
Never mind, I can't investigate anymore.
Howdy.
You don't get any response.
Well, I think it's time to investigate.
Okay. Do you start looking around or anywhere in particular, or are you just gonna start just walk around and see if you see anything or anybody?
Well, before I start just knocking on doors,
Mhm.
I'll let everybody else kind of do stuff before I start just running ramshot through stuff.
Sure. So, um, I know you started to say you were gonna investigate, then said never mind. What happened is because he started yelling.
Yes.
Like,
yes. I'm like, oh, all right.
I don't think anyone is here, Donovan. I think we can take our time with this one.
Time to investigate again.
okay. So what are you doing to investigate?
I'm gonna be looking at the dirt, see if there's any movements in the dirt. If I can smell anything. If I see any like burnt marks or anything of the sort. We're on a crime scene.
Okay. So if you're looking for any disturbances in the dirt or trackings or such, go ahead and roll me a survival. So you look at the ground to study it to see if you can kind of get an idea of what happened here. Like maybe there was a mass exodus or something. And so you're staring at this dirt, and it occurs to you
Staring at some dirt.
that this is a stone path, and thus it wouldn't really have the type of footprints that you're looking for. But it is finely crafted.
Wow, this is amazing dirt. All right, this is oof. Finely crafted
First,
right here.
the staff was wood, and now the ground is dirt.
Everything.
Can I try to investigate one of the houses?
Yeah.
You have the highest survival, I believe. You should probably run all this.
Am I rolling survival or investigation?
If you're investigating a house, you were investigation because he was specifically looking for like tracks and stuff in the dirt. That's why his was survival.
I didn't say anything, but I am back, by the way. Just a heads up.
Mhm. My whole OBS froze, so I can't see my stuff working, and it's very annoying. Or not my OBS, it's the preview froze. It's my OBS works. I don't know why it did that. Ugh. Okay, well, at any rate, ignore me. So your investigation was a 17. Okay, so are you looking for anything in particular inside this house?
I'm looking for signs of life.
Okay, so you look inside this house to see if you can figure out if there are any residents, past or present, inhabiting it. And as you look around, you do know that this place does appear to be lived in, and it looks like it has been lived in recently. There's no buildup of dust or like a bunch of rotten food in the pantries. It looks as though somebody was here recently and now they're just not. You don't see any signs of forced entry or anything like that, so it appears that whoever was here just left.
Just as an aside, I guess, because it's gonna last most of the day, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Sure.
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna just start knocking on doors very loudly and obnoxiously, like trying to elicit any kind of reaction from anybody that may still be around here. Just
Okay.
just kicking up a fuss, just making my presence known and heard as loud as I kind of can.
So you make your way through this village loudly knocking on doors, trying to see if there's any inhabitants or any reaction to get the attention of anybody that might be around. And as you do so, you will attract the attention of something that makes a very loud yowling sound, and you discover a cat that you disturbed with all of your knocking. It looks very displeased at all the noise you're making.
I will hiss at it.
It hisses back and runs off.
Mhm. um, yeah, I'll kind of just um look around and just keep kind of making my way through the town. I mean, doesn't seem like there's too many houses for me to kind of knock on, but
Mhm.
I'll just continue to make my way until I reach kind of the center of the town.
Okay. So if you are going somewhere literal, just go ahead and move your piece to that place. And anybody else that moved somewhere in particular, also move your piece. And
Like up here.
so you zoomed way up there and make
I'm
it.
not stopped at any point. I will end up here.
Okay. Trying to keep y'all all in frame at the same time is hard when the map is so long. So you're just up there by yourself for now.
Does it look like people packed up and left, or just left? Like they're gone? Like there's the like food and stuff like laying around, like their belongings and stuff as we're investigating.
From what you can observe, it looks like somebody could just come back at any moment. It doesn't appear that people willfully exited like they were going somewhere to not return.
All right. If nothing else is happening, is this big green crystal like is it like super large and protruding, or is it just
It's like
something that just
campfire size.
okay? And is it giving off like this greenish light?
Yes.
This would be a lot more helpful if somebody was here to say anything, and I can. Well, I won't do that,
I mean,
but
you can yell. It's pretty quiet. They would hear you fairly easily. Oh,
oh, that's what I've been doing. Just yelling, hello, knocking, making all kinds of noise.
well,
I want
yeah,
to.
but
I want to be a public disturbance.
yeah. So far, all you've disturbed was a
Cat.
cat. You haven't found any evidence that there's anybody here at present other than you and your companions.
Now, what in the hell is going on here? Um, I'll go into. I'll knock on this house up here
Okay.
and go inside to see if there's anything that I can glean, see, pick up.
Okay. So you go inside this house and you witnessed what looks like somebody in the middle of making a meal. There's like ingredients sitting on the counter. Uh, some things are half chopped. There's a pot of water, and at the table, you see the remnants of some game of some sort. So to you, it appears that somebody was making dinner and some other people were enjoying a nice game while they waited for the meal to be finished. And then they just up and left in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk out and kind of just scratching my head, looking around like John Travolta.
I'll also check to see if there's any type of like obvious tracks, whether it's like a cart or people or anything that kind of like go in and out of this town. Like maybe they were taken in a direction or left in a direction.
Yeah, so you can roll me another. I'll let you do either a survival or an investigation. That one is better.
Investigation. Or I guess my survival's pretty good, but investigation's one higher. Come on. 11. Mid rolls. I guess I did get a 20, but might have lost Jazzy.
Uh-oh.
Her stream's spinning, so
Oh, her computer shut off. She just said it in her chat, in her stream.
Oh no.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm actually gonna go get some water.
I'm back. I don't
cool.
know. My computer will just randomly go, uh-oh, something happened, and then just shut off. But it comes on fast enough that I can still reconnect to the same stream. So I guess
Gotcha.
that's fine, but it's still obnoxious. Now all my stuff is gone. Anyway, what were you saying before I was so rudely interrupted? Or whoever, somebody was doing something.
I rolled a 11 on investigation to look for trails or tracks or anything leading in and out of town.
Right. So you will note that you do see some footprints, but it doesn't look like something that would strike you as everybody left at the same time or anything. It just looks kind of like normal traffic in and out of a town.
Gotcha.
Does anybody else do anything in particular?
I have
I've
returned.
just been
Sorry.
slowly making my way up the path behind the rest of them.
Okay. All right, so I want everybody to roll me a perception check.
But some people in the party are perceptive.
Okay, well, lucky for you, as long as one person got it. Well, maybe not lucky. Might not be very excited about this. So, as you're looking around trying to figure out what has become of the residents of this town, uh, Ying and sorry, I just keep thinking of all those other names people were calling your characters.
Nope, 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 nope. Not doing that.
At any rate, two of the party members will notice that there is a distinct feeling of a deadness in the air. Not like literal death per se, but like a lacking of energy. Like the atmosphere is stale. Like there's something dampening the feeling in the area. And it feels like it's getting stronger at the very edge of the village.
The edge meaning like,
Like at the top of the map here.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Wherever in this vicinity. So like you would feel it stronger than me because you were closer. But she feels it too, and then the other two are just kinda like, hmm.
So I will, so Soraya then will look at Britannis and just like motion that she's gonna go over there and to like for him to be aware. And Soraya will head off in that direction where she kind of is feeling it coming from,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of form ranks behind and follow.
Oh, okay. Trying to do something. I don't know if it's gonna work.
You may want to keep your distance. I have a affinity for tree branches.
Gonna have to be for tree branches. Mhm.
They hit hard.
That did not work the way I wanted it to. Why did I only transfer to one person? Well, put your tokens back where they were on the other map because I tried to copy it and it said, "Nah, we'll just do Donovan. Everybody else is on their own."
I guess I'm going up here now, right?
Yes. So as you make your way to the top of this village, following this feeling, uh, there will be a sudden shift, as if you are walking through water, and suddenly the village is draped in darkness. And you know it's not nighttime. It's too early for that.
Huh. And once again, public disturbance coming through. Just gonna call out. Who goes there?
Once again, you get no response.
I'm just gonna push for it a bit more. See if there's any reaction, any movement, any whatsoever.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception and do. Would that be a good one?
Ooh. So as you get closer and closer to the edge of this little village, you will see a stone tablet on the ground. and if you pick it up or get closer to inspect it, you will see that written upon it, it says, "When you're on the trail, don't look back."
When you're on the trail, don't look back. I'm gonna immediately look behind me.
Okay. Um, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Oh, I hope that. Oh well, that's not good.
So, the three of you will notice your companion suddenly be shrouded in darkness, and suddenly they are no longer in front of you. Soraya, you feel like you are in a thick layer of fog. You can still see your companions, but they're looking around confused, like they can't see you.
And I'm just gonna call out. I'm right over here. Hello?
The three of you cannot hear this.
Did you pick up the scroll? Like, is it gone? Or the tablet, is it gone? Like, would we be able to still read that message?
Yeah, did you pick it up or did you just look at it?
I just looked at it. I wouldn't have picked it up. I probably would have smashed it before I picked it up, but no, I didn't pick it up. I just read it.
Yeah, so yeah, it's still sitting there. If you approach the spot you last saw your companion.
So I would have essentially seen her look at something, look back at towards me, and then vanish.
Essentially.
I'll go up to the tablet and read it and
Okay, so
see that it says not to look back.
mhm.
I'll
I'll immediately look back.
force myself not to, and I'll kind of announce, like, pretty loudly that if you enter this, like, stay, like, everybody else is still in the town, so I'll say, like, stay where you are. If you enter this path, it says that, like, don't look back. And just 1 second here. Syria just vanished in front of me, so the tablet seems to hold some truth. I'm assuming I'm in a state where I'm stuck, where if I look back, I would disappear. So if you guys are going to do any investigation or anything, I'm just going to kind of like sit here and look forward. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you hear your companion say, "Hey, once you get up here, you can't look back. So I'm just going to stay over here and you should stay over there." So with that information in mind, what do you do, Ying? Because Donovan had to depart. Oh, okay.
Maybe see if I can, like, investigate the path and see if there's anything particular about it.
Okay, so you're trying to investigate the path to see if you can figure out what's going on with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a Arcana check. I had to remember what the word was.
don't know.
So you're at the bath trying to study it to see if you can figure out like what magic is afoot that would cause your companion to just vanish right in front of the group. And from your magical knowledge, you come to the conclusion that she must have just gone behind a bush or something. It is pretty dark over here.
Like, yeah, she vanished. Sure.
She's just hiding from us.
Just playing a little joke, just a goof, laugh, if you will.
Playing hide and seek.
I am right here.
uh,
I know we don't know, but can she hear us?
she can hear you.
Okay. I don't know that, but if you can hear me, can you pick this up? And I'm gonna just put like a coin on the ground and see if anything happens.
Okay.
I will go over and try to pick the coin up.
So you walk over to this coin and attempt to pick it up to let your companions know that you are in fact still here, but your hand is unable to grasp the object. You can't even feel it. It's not as if your hand passes through the object, it's as if the object passes through your hand.
Got it. Um, while in this state, am I able to just kind of walk around town and once again be a public disturbance? Trying to
Yeah,
knock on doors and talk to people and see if I can actually find anybody now that I've entered the Shadow Realm.
yeah, if you want to walk around and knock on doors and look around again, you can definitely do that. As you do this, you will note that all the houses that you looked at previously that just looked like people were in the middle of living their lives and then just got up and left. Uh Now everything looks decrepit and decayed. That same meal that you saw previously, that looked like it was freshly laid out and just awaiting somebody to complete it, is now gray and rotting. Everything covered in a layer of dust and grime.
No sign of people though.
You still don't see any people.
Any cats?
You said any cats? Oh, no, you don't see the cat either. It took a
Hmm.
moment to process that.
Does this green crystal change at all?
The green crystal looks much as it did before, but it does seem notably dimmer.
Hmm. Can I just touch it? Like poke at it? See if it
Yeah,
does anything?
you can touch it, and then if uh the other two could roll a perception check for me. Did you both roll an 11?
Oh,
Is that what
yeah.
happened? It just popped up at the same time, so I felt like I was tripping a little bit. Yeah, so as Soraya, as you touch this crystal, the places that you touch directly seem like they get brighter, but as you remove your hand, it goes back to its the same faintness that you're witnessing as you're on this other side of the veil, or what have you. Um, your two companions, as they're kind of, well, I guess only the one really, since the other one's not turning around. But kind of out of your peripheral vision, you will kind of notice the light of this crystal flickering oddly, but you can't really see what's happening unless you turn around. Ying, you would see that the crystal is getting like oddly dim in some places, but then it goes back to normal.
Looks like the crystal is changing.
And Zara, you do hear Ying start talking about the crystal immediately after.
I want to. I want to smash this.
You want to
Maybe not the
smash?
whole thing. Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing. Just like try to break off a small piece to see if there's any reaction from her on her side.
Okay, roll me an attack roll with whatever you're using to smack it with, I guess.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
Actually, nope. Never mind. We're not gonna do that just yet. I'm just gonna smack it with my mace.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me. 7.
So you swing your mace in an attempt to like knock a piece of this crystal off to see if your companions will notice a disturbance, as this seems to be the only thing that you can interact with that they can also notice. You give a what you think to be a solid hit, and then you just kind of hear it dink off of the side of this crystal. It doesn't appear to have harmed it at all. Um, but Ying and Botanis, you will hear kind of like a dink coming from the direction of this crystal, but you don't see anything.
I'll just say, Yingwei, what do you think? Do we join them, or are you gonna? Do you think we can find a way to get him out?
Might as well join him so we're all together.
And I'll just turn to face her and give her a little wave, I guess, as I vanish to let her know I'm not just hiding in a bush.
So, Ying, you will see your companion turn around, face you, and then sort of fade out of existence as he waves at you. So that kind of kills your theory of just hiding in a bush.
Well, I guess it's my time too. I'll walk up the path and then turn around.
Okay, so you walk up the path and turn around, and you feel yourself being encased in what feels like a heavy fog. Uh, you will Honestly, if you're all actually in that spot, you will all see each other now.
I think
I guess I'm at the crystal.
where you hit the crystal,
If you're
yeah.
at the
I'd kind of like walk towards it, I guess.
Yeah, so if you walk towards the crystal, you will see your missing companion standing there. Presumably looking for trade at her mace.
I'm gonna give it a good old swing again. Just cause I'm petty.
Just cause. Okay, go ahead.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Give me
So
something.
you land another hit. It feels a bit more solid. But the crystal's still not budging. It's really solidly built, you think. It's definitely not your mace lacking. It's just really fine
Yeah.
craftsmanship of this crystal. So
Well,
now
I don't know what's going on here, but
Are are we thinking destroy this thing?
I'm not. I don't know if it can be destroyed.
And I'll just kind of ask him to stand back a bit, and I'll do. Not gonna do like a chromatic orb, but I'll just hit it, shoot it with a firebolt.
okay.
Oh my god.
This is just a really good quality magical crystal. It's just really hard to hit.
I refuse.
Seems to have some sort of defensive properties.
Now you see what I see. I'll look at something.
So as you guys are kind of like staring at this crystal, kind of contemplating how to best go at it to break it apart, being somewhat baffled at your previous attempts, and you're just thinking to yourselves, "Man, this is just a really sturdy crystal." Um, your companion Donovan walk up to the crystal and put his hand on it. He seems like he's really concentrated on something. And if you want, everybody can roll me a perception check. Ah, okay. Something's over here. So, Batanis and Soraya, you will see him over there doing something, and you just go, this must be doing something magic. I'll leave him to it. But Ying, you get a very strange feeling as he goes over there and starts messing about with this crystal. Um, you're not sure what he's doing or what about it feels off to you, but you feel like if you allow him to continue, bad things will happen.
Maybe we should stop messing with that crystal.
He ignores you and continues with what he's doing. He's muttering something under his breath, and you can't quite understand what it is that he's saying. It almost seems like the words are slipping out of your ears.
Donovan, is everything okay? I'll start kind of like slowly walking towards him.
He doesn't respond to your question. He just continues. He's chanting.
Is he on this side with us?
He is.
I'll go and just try to grab him and pull him off it.
Okay, roll me a like a grapple to see if you can move him away from this crystal.
Grapple, would that be just like straight up strength or
I think you rolled a hit, and then
Yeah,
it's a strength check.
roll to hit, and I'll see. Oh, what his stats are.
go for it?
13 hand.
14.
Yeah, so you try to move him away from this crystal because he's acting kind of funny. But you're not able to budge him.
I'll just like wave my hand in front of his face, snapping my fingers like hello, like snap at it, like what we doing? Hey, get a hold of yourself.
Let me get some here.
I try to help him pull him off.
Does a 16 hit?
Me no. It
So
does not.
as you wave your hand in front of his face after attempting to push him out of the way, without even kind of acknowledging you properly, he will just lift a hand and shoot out an Eldritch Blast in your direction. It doesn't hit, but the fact that he did it is disturbing enough.
This son of a gun. Donovan. And I'll give it one more attempt.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you go. No way.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. That is 13.
and then sorry, Story, I interrupted you a little bit. You were saying something earlier.
Oh, I was gonna try to help him pull him off.
Okay. If you want to roll again, you can say you had advantage because you were being assisted.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh my god.
So you try to pull him away from this crystal with the assistance of your companion, and you kind of get in each other's way. So instead of pulling him back, you just kind of grab each other. Ying, are you doing anything during this?
I think I'm just kind of standing there watching this happen, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Um, since you're just kind of standing there observing, roll me an insight. Something about this is not sitting right with you. I mean, obviously, it's the fact that your companions are now fighting amongst each other, but this happened seemingly out of nowhere. You don't know what's going on, but you think, no, you know that can't be who you think it is, because why would he be attacking you?
Guys, I don't think that's actually Donovan.
Is there anything distinctly different about him? Or is it kind of, from what I can tell, is it identical?
Just looking at him, he looks the same to you.
I could... We can't stop him. I could try destroying the crystal again.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Y'all stand back, and I'm just gonna walk right up to Donovan and the crystal,
Mhm.
and I will cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, go for it.
And with that, you just have to make a Constitution saving throw or Constitution check, 14.
Constitution save and throw. Didn't go here. Ooh. Yeah, didn't make it.
All right. So on a fail, he takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. And I guess because this is a 15-foot cube, I guess the crystal would be in that too. Now that I think about it. But let me roll the damage on that.
So you said it pushes him 15 feet away.
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
10 feet away. So 7 thunder damage to him. And I guess the crystal too if it's in the cone.
So you do this thunder wave and knock him back 10 feet, also disrupting the crystal a little bit in the process, because crystals can't do con saves. You feel you feel a little bit avenged that you finally managed to crack this crystal a little bit after you kept hitting it with your mace to no avail. But it's still looking mostly unharmed. A few of the smaller pieces kind of shake off, but as a whole, it's mostly undisturbed. But you did knock a few pieces off. And does this say anything about knocking you prone or anything, or does it just push you?
It just pushes you.
Okay. All right. So everybody, go ahead and roll me initiative.
Hey.
Yeah.
And sorry, I missed that. How much damage did you do?
I did 7 thunder damage.
I rolled a 0.
Yeah.
Wow.
-1, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's impressively bad.
Yeah, you don't see that often.
It's even funnier when you're rolling damage or something and you do negative damage because you have a minus.
I heal you with
back.
my fists. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did an unarmed strike as a wizard once. Didn't pan out very well.
Why did everybody roll awful? Kind of funny.
Kind of been my night.
What did? There's only two. Oh, did you not? You must not have clicked on your token. I'm like, why is there only two things on here? Okay. Um, zero. Zero. Zero is hilarious.
Be right back. 2 seconds.
Sure, sure. I will finish it. This is just easier. Cool. I would love to see that. Amazing. The zero is so funny. That's ridiculous.
Just amazing. You just don't see that ever.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's go do uh, mm, somebody equivalent. So all right, so I'm gonna assign you all numbers. Soraya is 1, Ying is 2, Botanus is 3, and I'm just gonna roll a dice to see who that attack was for. If I roll a 4, I'm gonna re-roll it because that's nobody.
I'm back.
2. Ying does a 21 hit.
Oh, where do I see that? How do I say?
I would assume probably.
Yeah.
Armor class up at the top. It's in the shield.
Oh,
High
yeah.
fate. I'm like, yeah,
It
it
does.
probably hits unless you have something going on that I don't know.
All aboard the choo-choo train. All aboard the choo-choo train. All aboard. All aboard.
Fate said drinking age, probably. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Yeah, so you take 15 damage. Or
I'm very badly hurt.
Brutal.
My oh my.
Soraya, it is now your turn.
Okay. It is my turn, you say. Let me cast a healing word. My
Oops.
friend Ying.
I didn't mean to roll that, but that would have been a nice roll for when I want to roll that. I was trying to change the damage type.
So I'll cast healing word on Ying. That'll be 8 healing.
Okay.
And I believe that's my bonus action. So then with my action, I'm gonna run up and strike Donovan with my mace.
Okay.
This one's gonna hit. I know it. I feel it deep in my bones. 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah. 22 does hit.
Excellent. And that will be a whopping 3 bludgeoning damage.
Mm. Yeah, so you go up to who you believed to be your companion and swing your mace, striking them the blow feels heavy in your hand, but you can tell that it was only a glancing shot. It is now King's turn.
I'm gonna try to shoot him with my bow.
All right. Ooh.
Calling for damage.
Okay, so that is 8 damage with your crossbow or short bow. It's not the same thing. Kinda, sort of, but all right. The penis.
I'll move closer to here, I guess, like in front of that main hut.
Sure.
And then I will try to hit him with a chromatic orb. I'm gonna make it fire damage.
Okay.
$16.
So what is the like radius or what have you for
It's a
chromatic
single
orb?
target.
It's a single target. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 4-inch diameter sphere.
Oh, 4 inch. Okay. What's the damage?
I didn't roll damage. I rolled 16 to
Okay.
hit.
So 16 does hit.
See if I can get this to actually show fire damage. 14 damage.
Oh. Okay.
And I'll use my spell slot.
All right. So now it is quote unquote Donovan's turn. So I'm gonna roll the dice first, but you know what's coming. Assuming it hits, obviously. So 2 is Ying again. So I don't. It really likes you.
Oh my gosh.
All right. We're just gonna keep it simple. Tried and true Eldritch Blast. Ah, but it's only an 8. I'm assuming 8 doesn't hit, but double checking.
No, it does not.
All right. So he shoots you with a powerful blast, but it just kind of shoots right past you. Its aim was a bit off. That's Soraya.
All right, let's see. I am going to. Let me read this spell real quick just to make sure one more time I know exactly what it does. Oh, well. Depends if you attack any creature, if it casts a spell, target less creature than target. Okay. Nope, never mind. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. We are just going to cast. Where's that? Where's that? You know what? I'm not going to cast. We'll just cast Thunderwave again.
Okay. So con save.
On 14.
It's like he made it that time.
Okay, oh, an 18. Okay. On a successful save, takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. So let me roll his damage. We get damage, please. That's a 7. Halved is gonna be a 3. 3 thunder damage. Real
And does it still
powerhouse.
push you back if you succeed?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so it's still pushing.
Real powerhouse right now.
All right.
Do we
Well-
think this is Donovan, or do we think this is like a possessed Donovan?
No, we know it's not him at this point.
Well, you have a gut feeling that's not him, but the other two have had no such feeling. So for all you know, for all you can tell, this looks like Donovan, and the attacks like Donovan. If you want to check for that, you can on your next turn.
Yeah. I'll wait till my turn.
All right, you. What are you doing in revenge? Keeps shooting at you.
I'm gonna keep shooting my short bow at him.
All right.
Nice.
Why is it green? So weird. Well that hits. I don't know. It's green, but it.
Yeah, I was
hits.
wondering that too.
So that's 5. It's confusing that it tells you. Oh, because it thinks it was a crit because it's green, but it's not a crit, so it's just 5. I don't know why it was green because it was a 0.
Weird.
I don't know what it thinks it's doing. Anyway. Yeah, so you successfully shoot him once again in revenge for his attempted attack previously. And did you have anything else you wanted to do before your turn? Then, did you have any bonus actions or any movement you want to do?
Oh wait, I forget I do have a bonus action.
Okay.
I could do. I can do the starry form archer. So I get a second attack at him.
Here, top of my head. Starry form archer. As a bonus action, you can expand the use of your wild shape feature to take on a starry form rather than transforming into a beast.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Radiant damage.
Your games, statistics, and your body becomes luminous. It joins glimmer like stars.
Wait, would the radiant damage hurt you guys that are near him?
It says on the attack it deals radiant damage to the 1d8 plus wisdom. It doesn't say it's like an AoE or anything.
Yeah, on a hit, the attack does radiant damage, so it's not. It only does radiant damage to whoever it hits.
Targets one
Yeah.
creature.
1d8 plus your wisdom.
I can't use that though as a bonus action.
I think you can activate it as a bonus action, and then
It says
on your
as a
next
bonus
turn,
action.
you can shoot magical star arrows and shit.
Okay, so this one I just turn into it, and then the next one I can shoot it.
Yeah, it says on subsequent turns. So yeah, you'll do a d8 plus your. Yep, cool.
So you do that. So now you're a glowing constellation in this dark night. Story, it's your turn. You just witness your companion turn into stars.
I'll just look back real quick and be like, holy frig, pretty awesome. And then I'll turn around and throw a firebolt at Donovan and be like, if you're in there let us know so we don't have to do this. And then I'll shoot my firebolt at him.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That
And
does hit.
then
Boy.
I'll roll damage. 7 damage.
Okay. Alright, anything else?
I do not have any bonus action. So no.
Okay. It's Donovan's turn. He just looks at you and laughs. And shoots you again. Wow.
Wild.
That's
Yeah,
great.
3 in a row.
I mean, I rolled 4 4s in a row earlier. That's why you all have female horses. So,
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Because you didn't name your horse.
Wow.
Dang, that's what it is.
Better come up with a name fast.
Does a 13 hit?
My armor is 13.
Okay, so it is meet or beat, so that does hit.
Oh no.
So that's gonna be 13.
I thought you were going to say 13 damage. I was like, that doesn't
Well,
sound good.
Well, it's close because it's 14 damage.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
no.
See, these are the hits that if he had got off, would have took out the dead lich faster, but he just kept missing.
Don't mind me just chilling over here with three hit points.
You can't possibly be the target 4 times in a row. Next time, it's got to be somebody else. Maybe we'll see.
Famous last words.
Soraya, it's your turn.
So we will see Soraya kind of grab her shield and kind of slam it down into the ground and like hold her mace up and you'll see her kind of emit just a quick little radiant glow
Okay.
that quickly like flashes blue, and on the other side of Donovan, you'll start to see just this big, huge ass axe, like a great axe, start floating kind of behind him as I cast a spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay.
So the form it's gonna take is just gonna be that great axe, and upon casting it, I do get to make an attack with it.
Okay.
So that will be. Where is it? There we go.
Nice.
15 to hit.
7. What's it?
Does hit. Okay. So 1d8 plus 6, or 1d8 plus 4. That'll be 6 force damage.
How much? 6? 6. Okay.
So that's 6 force damage, and that was all just a bonus action. And then with my regular action, I'll just attack with my mace. Something good here. That is a 14. I don't think that is.
14 does not hit.
Copy. Okay, well, I got the spiritual weapon up, so I'll just be concentrating on that, and that's going to be my turn.
Sounds good. Ying, it is once again your turn. You are now glowing like stars.
I'm gonna shoot with bonus attack first, because I think it's the same actually.
Um,
But I'm doing that one first.
yeah. Yeah, alright, I get it. Move on.
I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
What did you roll? 11.
On 11.
11 does not hit. No.
Okay, then I'll use the regular attack to do.
Uh,
I'll try to do guiding bolt.
okay. Go for it.
I think I forgot you were a druid.
Okay. All damage.
Whee! Oh, it rolled twice. Hello.
Only. Well, I don't see anything actually.
Yeah, it didn't show up.
There goes. Yeah, it rolled twice because you got a 20, so that's X
Yeah.
bonus damage.
Uh,
Oh,
Unless you minute, it's
shit.
gonna show up again, which it might because it's being slow. So that's 14 radiant damage, and then 13. Actually, I think it's radiant damage either way. So the bonus damage of radiant
Jeez.
damage.
Dang, I should have led with that.
It seems that way. See something? Okay. So that is 27. Big money moves.
Woo.
So you shoot out this bolt of radiant energy towards this imposter in your eyes, and you can see it like jolt through him, and he looks severely damaged by this, but he's still standing.
All right, I'm going to move over here. I feel pretty confident it's not him just by the sheer amount of like attacks and damage we've been dealing to him. That it's some type of like mimic or a shadow impersonating him. I'll use my last spell slot on a chromatic orb again.
Sure.
And natural 20. Oh, awesome.
Man.
And we'll do fire damage.
Huge.
Okay. He is still standing, but he looks somewhat disheveled. Do you do anything else?
Did you roll that was a natural 20?
I
Oh
think
yeah. Does it do any extra damage?
the spells do extra damage on a crit. Just...
Yeah, if you roll
Oh, I should have done a plus.
so another 3d8.
Oh, I should have rolled it a second. Yeah. So 20 damage.
Yeah. So more 9. 10. Um. Oh, okay. So you do this last chromatic orb assault on this person taking the shape or the face or whatever of your companion. And as you let off this attack, you see the imposter fall to the ground. And as they hit it, they slowly transform into a stranger. And if you roll me a history check, I will let you know if this stranger reminds you of anything in particular.
All of us
History.
roll the history check.
Whoever.
Ah, that was so close to a 20. Yeah. 8.
And we are out of initiative. So, close down. Mm. Um. Yeah, so you all look at this stranger trying to figure out what's going on and who this is or what they are. And you're not quite certain, but from what you can tell, this person is not like a beast. It is an intelligent creature that willfully impersonated your companion. They just sort of look like, to you they just look like a tiefling.
Okay.
And definitely not your satyr friend. In fact, everybody roll me a perception.
I guess maybe as we're doing that, I'll kind of yell at it and say, "Who are you and what did you do to this town?"
So as you're trying to question this body, you hear the sound of Donovan's voice, kind of in the distance. And if you look over in the direction it's coming from, you'll see him walking around looking confused, calling out for you guys. And you will note that he has the distinct quality of somebody that is not on your side of the veil. You'll remember this from when you crossed over and Ying was still on the other side. It looked kind of like she was shrouded in shadows before she followed behind you. So you suspect that that is the real Donovan, and he's just been looking for you this whole time, wondering where everybody went.
Does the creature answer at all?
The creature does not answer. The creature is dead. If you have something for that, you can try and ask questions. But as it is right now, you're not going to get a response.
And we're still on the other side of this veil.
You do know that for some of you, this is a new sensation, but well, I guess only one of you. For Ying and Soraya, the feeling that you had previously of everything, of the air just being dead, feels less intense than it did before. It's still there, but it's not as heavy. And the tennis, for the first time, you will notice that sort of heavy feeling in the air.
Okay.
Because before you were kind of oblivious to it.
Crystal seems obvious, but I think I'll still kind of just explore the town a little bit and see if there's anything else
Okay.
I can discern that could be, whether it's like, I don't know, anything that stands out, I guess, that could be look like a ritual or a seal or some type of enchantment, I guess, anywheres.
Okay, roll me an investigation. So you kind of do another sweep around the town in an attempt to see if there's anything that can clue you in as to why there is this shadowy version of the town that you found yourself in. You're thinking that obviously there's something with the crystal, but you just wanted to double check if there was anything else anywhere else. And you don't really see anything so hugely suspicious as you make your way through the town. But as you bring yourself back to your starting point at the area of the crystal, you will note that at the base of the crystal, kind of like at the place that it's sitting, if you look closer, you do see what looks like sigils of some sort. And that kind of leads you to believe that it's not necessarily the crystal itself, but something underneath it that is causing this issue.
I'll try to disturb the sigil if it's carved into the ground or anything like that. I'll just kind of like try to brush it away or carve at it, depending on kind of what it's made out of, to see if I can try to break it.
Okay, so you try to disrupt this set of sigils. So just do an attack roll, just so you can cover all your bases as to whatever material this is made of. You do something to disrupt it. So you disrupt the sigil in the hopes that that will break the bond of whatever like spell or what have you that is occurring in this town. And as you do that, you do feel the air kind of waver and the sensation of being kind of shrouded in fog seems to go in and out. So you think that if you keep at this, it will eventually break.
I'll just kind of shout out to the group to help me remove this. I'll just kind of like brush at it and
I will use my spiritual weapon to basically attack the sigils, the spell, the runes, whatever, on my side, while also hacking away at it with my mace. Let's just do that. That is awful. This is insane. Alright, a 17 for my spiritual weapon.
Well, the 17 will definitely do it. Ming, do you do anything in particular? You're still glowing in the dark, I think. I don't remember how long that lasts.
Oh, I'm still glowing in the dark.
Unless it says like it
10
only lasts
minutes.
a minute or something. 10 minutes, yeah. So you're probably still glowing then.
Okay, I'll turn back into my normal self. But then I'll just watch them. Just
It's like,
observe
they
them do
got
what
it.
they're doing. Yeah, they got it. They're fine.
Yeah, so you two can, with your combined efforts, eventually chip away all of these sigils, and you will feel like reality kind of slam back into place, and it gives you a slight feeling of vertigo, like you stood up too fast after all the blood rushed to your head. But it is back to normal. And I'll switch the map again. You are now back in daytime. Ooh. And that's more or less where you were, so I mean, that's cool. Oh, hold on, I've been back up here. Whoopsie. I don't want that. Eat. Eat. Oh, that's fine. We can just delete that. Why won't this one go away? Here we go. Struggling for no particular reason. Okay. So you are back in the town and it's daytime formatting. There is a body laying on the ground next to this crystal, and you have destroyed the sigil at the base of it.
Seeing us come back to reality and seeing Donovan again, the real Donovan.
Yeah. He, he'll kind of turn a corner and see you all standing there and be like, "Where were you guys at?"
I'm just gonna go out, put him in a headlock.
Okay. Did
Just a nice friendly headlock.
a friendly headlock? Okay, I
Giving him a
won't.
noogie.
I won't make you roll for it then if it's a friendly headlock.
Yeah, yeah, more like a like. Why would you make us worry about you like that type of deal?
Do you say that?
Sure.
I'm like, what are you talking about? You guys just vanished. And I've been wandering around calling you for like 5 minutes.
I'll explain later. Just know. You just know. Just know.
So it seems we've broken the spell and found our friends, but what about the townspeople?
I thought exactly.
Everybody roll me a perception check.
Hey, finally a natural 20.
Hey, look at that. You see something sticking out of the pocket. You and Ying see something sticking out of the pocket of the body laying on the ground.
I'll go and grab it.
So, as you pull out the thing that was hanging out of the pocket, you will find a small, what you assume to be like a journal, and also a tiny golden vial that has a sort of a red glow to it. If you look at the journal. It is well. Hold on. What languages do you speak?
Common and Elvish.
Okay. It is written in a language that you don't understand.
I will toss it to Vitanis.
Okay.
I can't
Um,
make heads or tails of this thing.
Since I've used, well, unless it's a language I know,
it's
I will. Where is it here? It is.
Comprehend language is a ritual.
I can also do arcane recovery once per long rest.
sure.
So I'll use, or I have to short rest apparently.
short rest,
Recovery works
and
during a
you-
short rest. Yeah.
One second here. I'm gonna
Okay.
check comprehend languages.
I think
Takes an hour, or it lasts an hour. It just says range self. It doesn't say. Either way, I'll be like, I can either decipher this if we take a break, or we can. I think Donovan can read it.
Just
I
to
think it is a ritual spell, and those don't necessarily cost spell slots.
Oh wait,
yeah, you just need 10 minutes, and you can do it. If that is what it is.
it doesn't say it.
Yes, I could.
Oh wait, maybe that's the R beside it. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
That are beside it. Yeah.
Oh,
Comprehend
yeah.
language.
That's,
Identify. Those are like, I think, detect magic.
It takes a minute to read a page of text. Written language you see spelled this. Doesn't say how long it takes me to cast it ritually though.
well, rituals are usually 10 minutes. I think that's just like in general, so it doesn't say that on each spell independently.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus or mine, but
I'll just take a seat and start looking at it for the next 10 minutes, I guess.
yeah, it doesn't say anything. Yeah, so you spend 10 minutes focusing on your spell and then take the time to look over this journal to read what it says. And it doesn't say it tells you what language it is, so you still don't know, but you're able to read it now. Yin, what languages do you speak?
Dragon, Orc, Elvish, Druidic, Common, and Abanesian.
What?
Is it aberration?
Oh my god, I don't know what
A bit.
I think you're just making stuff up.
Abnese. Nah, that's what it. What the hell is that?
That's what I don't know. It's on the list.
It's something you get from being a sage, but I have never heard of that before. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
I googled it and I still don't know.
Don't look at me.
It says it's a from the city dwellers of Solus.
And what is it?
It's a language.
No, but what's it called?
Abanasian.
I
Abanasian?
copy and paste this because I've never seen this.
Okay.
Banasinian.
This is one of them dead languages.
Oh,
it's like somebody walking around
it's
speaking
from Dragonlance. Okay, gotcha.
Latin or something, except like worse. Like because I guess there's different variants of Latin. So there's like common people Latin, and then there's like fancy, rich, snooty Latin. Shit, this is like the snooty people Latin that people only learn to read like the Bible.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
So they're like kind of like holy people from Dragonlance that watch over dragons and stuff. That's kind of cool.
Well, it's not in that language, I'll tell you that much.
Abanassinian. Okay. That's yeah.
So you ritually read this journal, and it's just kind of a journal of notes of the stuff that has taken place in this village, sort of like the plans. And first, you discover that this individual that you have killed in self-defense, based on the writings, the way that they're talking and the things that they're saying, you would conclude that this person has ties to infernal creatures and the like. And they were using this village or attempting to use this village as a sacrifice of sorts. They would lure people in and then plan to use them as a source of energy for some spell or another. They're not specifying what the spell is, but you assume it can't be anything good if it requires human sacrifices and the like. And you also see a copied rendition of the sigil that you destroyed, as well as a small note stating it's okay. So there's like a diagram of the small potion bottle that you pulled out of the pocket, and then underneath it, it says question mark potion ? So they don't seem to be sure what this potion is, but based on the writing around it, it feels important.
Is the diagram like a map?
No, it's just like a diagram. It's like a drawing of the potion, so that you know this is the one they're referring to, because it doesn't have a name. It's not labeled.
One could even say it's unknown.
I was thinking the same thing. Interesting. And I'll just kind of tell everybody anything I figured out about it. Does it say anything about luring people somewhere specific, or was it just seems like they're just luring them into the shade or the shadow realm or whatever we're calling it, and sacrificing them there, I guess?
So the exact wording of the journal says, luring these people to be consumed, and it doesn't give you a location or anything, so you don't know if they needed to all be consumed all at once, or if they were consumed one at a time, and that's why they're not here. It did not elaborate. And you get, based off of the writings of this, because this seems to be like a personal journal, so it wasn't meant for somebody else to read. So some of the details do seem kind of vague, like it's something this person is already aware of, so they wouldn't have
Gotcha.
written it down.
Well, we don't know where these people are.
There's no one to question.
You have a certain skill set, but it seems like you don't. So.
Yeah, I can't talk with the dead. I don't think I'm even. Oh yeah, I'm not even high enough level to have third level spells yet. So. Rip. Well,
I wonder
think,
if we have any friends that could, though. I might need some help, but maybe we should bring the body with us and do a patrol around kind of the outskirts of the city and see if we can pick up any tracks.
Sure. Now that we have these horses, I mean, we can do anything. And then real fast, just because I am a cleric. At the end of the day, I will walk on over to Ying and cast Cure Wounds.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I forgot I'm still at a 3 hit point.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't want
damn.
you,
11
trip and
hit
fall,
points. Nice.
Yeah, as long as you don't aggressively stumble over a rock, you'll probably
There
be
you go.
fine.
You got 11 healing.
Could happen.
You have 11 healing there, so you're good to go on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can do all that other stuff.
So yeah, I'll attempt to put the body on the horse myself, but like I said, I might need some help because my strength is pitiful.
I can help you out with that.
Yeah, the two of you should be able to. Did you just roll just for funsies? Jesus.
Amazing.
Okay. Will you roll me a strength roll also? I just want to see what happens now.
The way I've been rolling tonight, it's gonna be bad.
There we go.
Yeah. So the two of you lug this body over to the horse.
Well, he
and,
does, but yeah,
Soraya, you feel like you're doing all of the heavy lifting, despite the fact that you can see.
Yeah, like the
your
feet are in
companion
my hands, but
attempting
they're
to
like
help,
still on the
but
ground.
I don't know. You don't know if it's just like if the way the body is angled, it's just all the weight is leaning on you, or if he's just pretending to help. You do manage to get this body on the horse.
There you go. Yeah, we can get him on a horse, and then you wanted to roll out just outside the town.
Yeah, maybe just do one last check to see if we can pick anything up, kind of around the edges of the town, or a little out. See if we can pick up a trail or anything.
Copy. Down with that.
Okay. Roll me an investigation or a survival, because it sounded like you were looking for tracks and things. Ooh, look at you.
Went from a 1 to a 20.
Both ends of the spectrum. I swear the way this rolls is just so inconsistent. I know it's based on some silly formula, but it just feels like it just does what it
I
feels
always
like.
find random calculators are never they never feel random. I don't know.
I can't remember if this was the one that's based on the vicinity of some atom to the center of something stupid, and it's moving all the time, so it's always different, but it just feels like it's not. They did all that work to make this calculator just random, and it's just not doing it for me. Yeah, so you explore the outskirts of the town one last time, or I guess rather for the first time, because you were exploring the inside previously, to see if you can find any glimpse or clue as to where these people have gone off to now that you have the knowledge that somebody was purposefully luring people. So you're trying to determine, did they lure them to some specified location all at
Yeah,
once?
just
Or
or just like anything that makes me think of like this is suspicious, or it looks like a lot of traffic went through this direction.
right. Yeah, so you look around the trails in the town to see if you can discern if there was a mass exodus to a specific point, and it does appear that there is a lot of foot traffic on the outside of town, but you can't quite tell if that's just because people were traveling to this town due to the rumors of seeing their loved ones, or if this is directly related to the sacrifice or whatever this guy was trying to do. But you do kind of get the idea that these people that were being used as batteries or power or whatever, you think that they probably were taken one by one, and as such wouldn't have an indicator that there was a large group of people disappearing all at once. And some of that is based on your investigation here, and some of it is based on the fact that none of the information you received prior to coming to this town indicated that the town was abandoned. So this must be a sort of recent development and must have been done subtly so that nobody would have noticed ahead of time.
Hmm. What does everybody think? Are we dead on leads besides this body?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's time to head back.
Yeah. Need to brush Patty.
So yeah, I guess head back to town, and depending on the time of day, I'd stop by the shopkeep and see if he found any information. Not sure how long we were messing around in the underworld.
So it took you about an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back, and you were probably there for like an hour maybe. So it's been about 4 hours or so. It's like late evening now. There's still a little bit of sunlight, because it is one of the warmer months, so the sun is out longer, but it is pretty low at this time of day. So you can make your way to the shop to see if you have any response to your message. As you enter, you will see the shopkeep once again at the front, sort of fiddling with various presumably magical artifacts. It looks like he's sorting through things, trying to see what's worth putting out. When he hears somebody enter, he looks up and sees you, and he looks excited to see you. He's like, "Oh, good, good. You were able to come back today. So good news. I did get a response from my mentor. They had a little bit to say on your inquiry, I'm not sure how helpful it will be, but it's better than what you had before, I expect. So, you were asking if we knew anything about who or what the unknown was and any items related to it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So she was able to tell me that there are some artifacts, and obviously, you know, it sounded like you knew that much. But she was able to describe them to me. And then also, she still said that she doesn't know quite what the unknown is. Nobody really does. And part of the name is not just to be cute and mysterious. Part of it is because people genuinely don't seem to know. And then it's one of those everybody that does know dies sort of deals by the sound of it. Which again, I imagine it's not super reassuring. I don't know where you came across this thing, but I'm guessing it wasn't something good. So the items in question, there's she said there was a potion and some sort of prism thing. She was kind of vague about that, but she said there wasn't a whole lot of information on that part either. And then I genuinely forgot what I told you I called it because I didn't write it down. But
There
the
was,
third item,
yeah, one second here. It was the prism, the bearer, and the potion.
the bearer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She said that was just a fancy, ominous sounding name for. It's just like a summoning staff. So they were just being dramatic there. But the potion and the prism are the thing that interests me the most because supposedly this prism can be used to capture the unknown. And then the potion, well, she wasn't sure what the potion did, but she did say that if you were able to craft it or find somebody that knew how to craft it, it has immense power. Those are the words she used. Immense power is not very specific, but I'm intrigued because it's related to this mysterious entity. So is it giving you the power or the entity the power? She wasn't sure. But now I'm kind of determined to do more research on it just for my own curiosity. Where did you hear about this again?
I'll say I've been researching artifacts, and the name came across, and then these items relating to them.
I see. Well, I'm gonna keep looking into this. If you're interested, I can let you know my findings. How should I contact you? Are you staying nearby?
We certainly can, but you could always send me a message. You should have the copper to do so.
Are you not wanting to tell this guy where you're at?
I don't know where we're going. I don't know if we're heading back to the guild hall, or I'm also not sure if we should be like running around telling people we're part of the guild or not.
I don't know. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can just do that. If I get any more updates, I will let you know.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And with that, he is finished kind of updating you on what he has for the time being. If you want to do anything else or ask anything else before you go, you can.
I'm just going to acquire like a blanket or something to put over the body that's draped over my horse.
Sure. You can find a blanket easily enough.
So I'm not too drawing too much attention, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. You can find a blanket somewhere around to cover them up and not just have a body on your horse, or at least not an obvious one. You now have a covered body on your horse. The horse seems mildly perturbed, but doesn't really complain too much about it.
Hey, I don't have anything else to do up here, so we plan to head back to the guild.
Okay. So, were you going to ask somebody at the guild if they can help you with this? Was that the plan?
I think so. I think that
I think
probably-
maybe check with Sydney was the dwarf cleric, right? That we could hire if possible.
Yes.
Might potentially have the skills we need.
So you're trying to see if she has, like, speak with the dead or something?
Yeah. Or if anybody in the guild has potential to do something along those lines, I guess. And probably rest, because I know Ingwei took some damage, so.
Yeah, shit. They got hit a few times. Nothing too crazy. She
Yeah,
didn't die.
just a few.
It was just a flesh wound.
Yeah, not a flesh wound.
Um, yeah, sure. So you locate Sydney in the guild hall. She is in one of the main areas. It looks like she's going over something in one of the books and copying it into another book. She notes your presence, but she doesn't say anything until you speak first. She just kind of glances at you and goes back to what she's doing. Do you say anything, or do you just kind of stand around?
I'll maybe. I think I'll explain our situation where we had a quest from the guild hall to investigate a village that might have been haunted, or there was a mystery around it, and that we found this creature and kind of what they were doing to the town, but we've kind of dried up on leads. We were hoping we could find somebody who might be able to commune with it.
I suppose I could do that. You brought the body with you? She seems kind of
Like,
not incredulous, but she maybe somewhat baffled that you like toted a body all this way.
for a good cause, and I'll kind of gesture her if she would follow, and it's this way, and kind of take it over to wherever we stowed our horses.
Okay, yeah, so she will follow you to this body. All right. What questions do you want to ask it so that way you're prepared once I cast it?
Is it 3 questions?
It is 5 questions.
5 questions? So what are we thinking? Like, who benefits from these rituals? Where are you taking the people? I'm gonna write these down, just 1 second. Who benefits from these rituals? Where are you taking the people?
Maybe something regarding,
The unknown.
yeah. And I mean, we could also leave room for a question based on whatever information we get, just in case like that kind of takes us a different direction. Then
Yeah. Are we able to do that?
Yeah, if you want to hold off on your last question.
Oh, I suppose because it's going to actually speak, right? We can hear it.
yeah,
Yeah, you can
Okay.
go ahead. She just wanted to make sure you had your stuff sorted so that you weren't like trying to figure out after the fact, so that we were just sitting here
Yeah.
with a body waiting for questions.
Yeah, so I think the first 2 are like, who benefits from these rituals and where are you taking the people, maybe.
Okay. So she gets some components out of her satchel and she chants some words and does some gestures, and the body sort of has like an eerie, otherworldly glow to it. And you told her the questions you wanted to ask, right?
Yeah.
Right. So she will repeat your first question. What is the ritual?
Who benefits from these rituals?
Benefits from these rituals. Me and my kin. And then your next question was,
Where are you taking the people?
where are you taking people? We are consuming them for power.
I guess question we could also ask at this point is like, who is we? Like,
Yeah.
what exactly are they?
Who is we? Is the question you're asking?
More so, let me say, what are you all?
What are you all? Um, we are servants. Huh. Yeah, we are servants of the Nine Hells.
Fun.
Okay.
You know, casual. So that was
3.
3 questions. So there's 2 more.
Where is your leader? that too? Yeah, I feel like
I mean, you can ask whatever you want.
I feel like they
answer is
might just say hell or
random.
something dumb though. So it's like
Yeah.
I find these questions always tough because it's like they're usually vague.
Servants of the Nine Hells.
What about where do you consume them for power?
We consume them in the heart.
Any other ideas for questions other than where is the heart?
I mean, that's gonna be what our last question, right?
Yeah, we only got one left.
Did we ask who their leader is? When they said that it benefits, when we asked who does it benefit, they just said me and my kin, right?
Yeah. Because I feel like if we ask who their leader is, it's going to be one of the demons of the hells rather than like a hint where we are.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to ask, though.
Yeah.
Have a clear-cut name.
Yeah, we can go for it.
Okay, so you're
Like,
asking
who do you serve in the nine hells?
who do you serve in the night? So you're saying that instead of just who is your leader, whatever. Just clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said who is your leader in the nine hells, or however you worded it.
Yeah.
And he will just say this, and the otherworldly glow fades, and the corpse is quiet.
You said this?
Yes. Like with a D. Was that the information you wanted? This seemed a bit vague. Well, speaking with the dead is always vague, but
Yeah, I was gonna say it's never gonna be direct.
that seemed especially vague.
Well, I mean, we learned that somebody from the Nine Hells serves this
Yeah.
and wants to consume people in the heart. We can put a puzzle together with a few pieces, right?
Yeah.
Start putting the puzzle
Definitely
together.
doesn't sound good though.
Well, anybody from hell is usually up to no good. Different
light.
story, different days. Same old, same old.
I'll pack them up all the same.
Dumb question. Is there any way I could dispose of a body around here?
Well, I mean, other than the usual places like a graveyard or something, I don't know if you necessarily want to bury somebody that you murdered in battle.
Burn it.
Fashion.
Burn it.
Yeah, that is an option.
Yeah.
If you need my help with that too, fire's not really my forte, but
I don't think I can expend my rest riding a horse, but I'll take what time I need to kind of regenerate, and I'll maybe take it out to the woods or take it out a little bit to kind of like a secluded area, and I'll throw another orb at it and start a bit of a fire. If I can
okay.
disintegrate the body.
Yeah, you can if you put forth the effort.
Yeah.
It's not like it's fighting back or anything. You can burn this body a ways away from the main part of the guild hall as a form of disposal.
And then kind of in my disgust of having to burn the corpse, I'll crash. I'll head back in and get some rest.
Okay. Does anybody else do anything before nap time? Or whatever you're getting ready to do, I guess.
Nope, it's enough time.
It's nap time. Okay.
I am good to go.
All right. So that is where we will end it for the day. So everybody, what was the most notable event for you today?
Getting sent to the Bronx. I mean the Shadowrun.
Oh, bro.
Rolling 3 critical failures.
That is a skill and a talent.
Watching Ying get fucking pelted.
Yeah,
You're just getting beat up over and over.
Yeah, Donovan still doesn't know what's going on because I don't think anybody told him yet. You can do that next game as you literally tell him what happened.
It's okay.
Like,
Yeah, we'll tell next time.
You tried to kill Yingwei, like it was all crazy.
Like, yeah, so the way I'm doing the leveling now to try to get you to the spot I want you to be by the final encounter is I'm straight up giving you a level. So you all level up.
Hey, I'll take it.
Cool.
So your homework for everybody is to level up your character sheets. If you need any help, message me in the Discord. Gonna go ahead and wrap this up for the day. Hopefully we'll see everybody next week. But you know, if you're busy or whatever, just let me know. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a little raids situation here.
Sounds good.
Stuff dies again.
Good game, everyone. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
GG's.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for coming. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
I'm gonna read our buddy Fate